One of the things that I was really interested in from Michael was, well, it's one thing to say, oh, we love this color. It's a completely different thing to really dial in on how does that color work on a light fixture.
Yeah.
Is it going to be backlit? Is it shiny? Is it spindly? Is it a big piece of metal that like sits over the light? Like how, like that's where I really had to, like completely toss the potato to you. There are tons of light fixtures out there that are really only about metal finishes and glass finishes. They don't really have like chroma, no real color. I think we all live in the time where we don't really think that there are color limits, but there are, like depending on the sort of technical aspect. Like for instance, this is the perfect thing. Like there's this, and then there's the sort of inability in some paint systems to get to this kind of neon color.
And that's a great point, because from the heady conversation of, yes, just pick the numbers, but from picking the colors from gut, and then we worked our way back. So I took everything that I had, and you did the same, taped it up on the wall, pairing it with artwork and things that I had around the colors that I really loved and liked. I paired everything next to appropriate metals. Like I always like bitter and bright, yellow and brass. I always love that combo. So everything was worked against a one of our metal finishes that we'd be doing too. So it was paired up with that. But then we worked our way back from there again too, because it's what, and Eve did a lot with this with Tony and the team there, how to make the color happen for us in a way that we can pick the most wonderful thing, but if we can't make it or execute it, it doesn't suit anyone.
I've been down this road many times and worked in a lot of different labs, and it's sort of like facing a judge, and you realize, okay, so there's a legal system, but actually there's a person, and that person could be the thing that makes or breaks your thing. Like how willing is that person to sort of see something through. The really cool news was that the team at Urban was like really game to like take over that color matching process, because it's not all translatable. I mean, I think, people think, oh, you just use a computer, and the computer like shoots the color and then bang, you have a match. That is just so far from like true. It makes my eyes bleed. So when I hear, painters say, oh, I'm just gonna computer match that color into another system, I'm like, oh no, you're not. Because it might work for some people, but if you're gonna go to all this trouble, and you have the two of us like staying up all night fretting about, like, is it right? And then you have somebody on the technical end going, this is as good as it gets. Like that wasn't going to fly.
No, it was not going to fly. Yeah, so that's why where Urban stepped in did an amazing job.